The first thing you want to do, even before you start filling out your applications, is to start gathering your letters of recommendation. Choose your references wisely. That teacher from freshman year you haven't talked to since then isn't a reliable judge of your character. Although family members know you quite well, they are too biased for a college to take seriously, and are therefore also not a good choice for references.
I should ask just a few days before I send it in, right?
Wrong. It is inconsiderate and irresponsible to assume references will drop everything they're doing to write out your letter. Even if they did stop focusing on their schedule, it's unlikely that you are the only person to have asked these people for words of recommendation to colleges. Contact the people you want to write your letters a good 2 weeks in advance. And do so in person, not on your cell phone, Timmy. Texting them is just rude.
Not only does that improve the chance of your claim being lost or forgotten, but asking in person really shows your respect.
After they have written your letter, be sure to send a courteous appreciation note for having them take their time for you.
But if I'm not the only one they're writing for, how are they going to remember all the good things about me?
That's the thing, Timmy. They won't. Before hunting down potential prospects for references, think over any awards, attributes, and/or programs you've been associated with and jot them down in a list. When you can't remember any more, talk with your parents to see if they remember any you may have forgotten. Briefly describe the occasion or event that gave you the award so your reference knows what they can complement with their own thoughts. Be sure these awards and recognitions are legitimate, not something trivial like the Best Worm Eater Ever award you may have been given by your friends in 3rd grade. Better things are sports team captains, honor roll, and volunteer activities. According to Mrs. Lee Nye, use active words to describe your roles, such as assisted, starred, led, participated, etc. Those really give a clear picture of exactly what you did, and they all have connotations of leadership and motivation. There's no reason to shortchange yourself of everything you've done because you weren't clear enough.
So I've already received my letters of recommendation, and I've already sent out my thank you cards. What now?
Now you need to fill out your application. Many colleges have applications that are unique to their school and are mostly done online. To make this process a little easier, many colleges accept the Common Application, which is a general application that can be submitted to many colleges at once. It can be applied for simultaneously by filling out one application, also preferred online, for no cost. Mrs. Shanley and Mrs. Johnston would like to advise the applicants that although the Common Application is free, the colleges themselves may require a fee to complete the application process with that particular school.
But mister, when do I start filling out my applications?
Colleges usually begin opening up applications in the middle of September and start reviewing them from January through March. Some colleges use an early decision or early action approach, and these colleges make decisions come October or November. While these colleges accept students far earlier than others, they also expect students will be going. So backing out of these colleges once you are accepted is much more difficult than with normal decision. If you choose a regular application, you should begin as soon as possible, but you certainly have some breathing room, unlike the early applications, which should be finished no later than the following month. But no matter what type of decision timeline you follow, please start it early, just in case anything bad happens.
So what are on these applications anyway, mister?
Well, it's really not all that bad. Some of it is basic information, like your contact information and parents' occupations and education. Another part is a list of everything you've been involved in. That list you made before will be a real lifesaver here. You won't be able to remember everything, especially when you're stressed out about finishing your application. But of course, that won't be you, because you started your application early. Shit. The last part is the essay. The essays are usually fairly open-ended, so you will be able to pick from a wide range of topics to write your essay on.
Wow, I know I need help with these essays, mister.
That's okay. The easiest way to produce essays that will please your admissions officer is by going to a respectable English teacher or your school's writing program for help. Because there is very little chance you will actually interact with the admission judge in person, your essay, along with your various testing scores and grades, will serve as your voice to him. So make it count and make sure you can stand out.
So you want to stand out, then? Good thing I have this fluorescent paper.
No, that will make you stand out, but not in a good way. Things like that drive admissions counselors crazy. Other things to avoid are plagiarized work, too many or too few letters of reference, and applications that are unfinished or late. However, there are things that will make them like you, and trust me, you're going to need all the points you can get. These acceptance judges want concise and personalized essays, about 2 to 3 letters of recommendation, and a student who feels confident in his choice.
So by doing all this, I am sure to get into my favorite college. Okay, I'm ready. So by doing all this, I'm ensured to get into my favorite college?
Not so, I'm afraid. Although all of these factors will greatly improve your chances, they still not make your admission guaranteed. You can have the most heart-touching essay he's ever seen, but if you send your application in right near the deadline, or your grades are weaker than other contenders, he may pass you over for another applicant. Even if you don't get accepted to your college of choice, don't lose hope. You can always apply to a college of lower standards, then switch over to your favorite college the following year. However, it is entirely possible that you end up enjoying your secondary college so much you don't want to change over and just want to stay there, and that is absolutely acceptable.
Wow, I'm starting to feel a lot more confident about all this college stuff, mister. Golly gee, I better start packing.